we've often spoken about how spirituality without the Atma, without the spirit, is not spirituality at all. So our true satsang, our true deepening in spirituality only happens once we come under the tutelage, the discipleship of the Atma within. So all attempts to come into this discipleship and to follow the discipleship of the Atma within is actually spirituality. The Holy Spirit is spirit. We cannot have a spiritless spirituality. Just like the body without Atma is dead. In the same way, spirituality without Atma is dead. And our attempt to behold God and to be held by Him is actually the same, and either guise, either objective comes to the same point. So to come to darshan and to come to consolation then cannot actually be two different things. To come to His presence and to find consolation within our heart, to find reassurance, to find love, to find peace, to find relief is not two distinct things. It's actually the same thing. But it's also the same thing to come to true knowledge. So as Janaka said, how can I find knowledge? How can liberation be attained? Upon the attainment of true knowledge. So this knowledge can also come only from the true source, which is the Atma within. So whether it is spiritual experience or reassurance, love, peace, joy, or true knowledge, they are actually indistinct from each other. So, to come to true insight, to come to a deeper love, to come to the experience of the presence of God, all is part of the same journey, which is the inner facing, inward journey from head to heart. So as we deepen in our contemplations, which are actually contemplative prayers, because we attempt to behold God in the process or be held by God in the process, we will attempt to further deepen that whole process as we go along. And I got some inspiration this morning as to how to move forward in this deepening. And maybe I will take it in the form of a guided process, and I will keep guiding you for the first time step by step, maybe a few times step by step, and then we can get a sense of what it is to take that inward journey by ourselves, which many of us actually do. But let's do this together to begin with. We can take one of the Tazi ones. So I'll just play that, and then after that we will contemplate together. So we are contemplating this beautiful verse where Jesus has told his disciples, stay with me, remain here with me, watch and pray. So what we could do is, to begin with, we can write down this verse, and then if there are some questions like what does it mean to watch? What is to watch and pray? What would be to stay with God, or to stay with Jesus, or to stay with Ram? So any questions that come when you hear the contemplation, you can write them down. Also, if there are any requests that you want to make, you want to say, please God, help me stay with you. I am very distracted in my prayer. Help me to watch and pray. Reveal to me what watch and pray is, and help me to stay there. So these kind of questions and requests that they come, we can make a note of those. All together, you're with me? Made a note of what you want to contemplate. So then what we'll do is, we'll use our ADS prayer, Atma Darshan Samadhi prayer, a few times, 5 to 10 times, so that we use the prayer to just settle ourselves, to come to our heart, and we truly ask for the Atma to guide us in this contemplation, so that this verse, the depth of it, the beauty of it, and the instruction of it reveals itself to us. So all of us familiar with the Atma Darshan Samadhi? Anyone who's unfamiliar? So I will take you through it maybe to begin with. So suppose that your prayer is to Lord Ram. So the prayer goes, Lord Ram, or Sri Lord Ram, or Sri Ram, incarnation of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Bless my heart with the light of Atma, or with the light of Spirit. Ram, 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 Ram. So, and for some of you who are new, you can find the prayers on the channel if you look for the Atma Darshan Samadhi. For today, you can use Ram if you want. So, for the first few times, we'll use our breath. So, how we do it is that we will take the incoming breath with Sri Ram, the outgoing breath with incarnation of God, then the incoming breath, have mercy on me, the outgoing breath, a sinner, incoming breath, bless my heart, outgoing breath with the light of Spirit. And it will become natural, don't worry. As you learn the prayer, it will become natural to you. And then, incoming breath, Ram, 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 outgoing breath, Ram, Ram, Ram. So incoming breath, Lord Sri Ram, outgoing incarnation of God, incoming, have mercy on me, outgoing, a sinner, ingoing, bless my heart, outgoing, with the light of spirit, incoming, Ram, 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 outgoing, Ram, Ram, Ram. So like this, we just center ourselves with the prayer and truly request for our heart to be blessed with the light of Atma. So we can do this a few times. Very good. Keep your eyes closed and just invoke the presence of the Holy Spirit, the presence of Atma within. carry an intention to behold its presence. And to be open to its guidance. The Atma is his presence, is the presence of God himself. Let's request the Atma to guide us in this contemplation. And we must be very simple in our words. We must not get into any drama, any fanciful Shakespearean ideas, just simply like talking to our best friend. Now, for a very beautiful part of the contemplation is to allow the Atma to guide us to a holy guide, either itself, because all holy guides are a representation of the Atma itself. The Atma could bring us to communication, to communion with God himself, or any representation of God. It could be Ram, Krishna, Jesus, Allah, Hanuman. You will be guided in your heart to make a request to any of these or any of the saints and sages, Saint Teresa of Avila, Tulsidas Ji, Mami Rabai, Hanuman Poddar Ji, any of the sages that you are guided to in your heart, Bhagwan. Invoke their presence, feel that they are with you, sitting right there with you in your heart. Taste their presence. With the innocence of a child. If your mind is distracting you, gently return to your heart, to the holy temple in your heart where this contemplation is happening. No forcing, just gently, you'll get used to this process. Request the sage, request the saint, form or formless God, whatever the Spirit has sent as the holy guide for this contemplation to you. Request their guidance to understand what it means to stay with me, to stay with God, to remain with Him, and to watch and pray. If any of the phrases are particularly confusing to you, focus on that, or attractive to you, focus on that. Either the question or the request that please make this possible, that I can stay in God's presence, I can remain here with Him, I can watch, not get distracted, be vigilant, and pray. And to pray is to remain here. This is contemplative prayer, so we remain here in the holy presence of God, guided by an aspect of God or the formless presence itself. So for 5 to 10 minutes, just remain in this communication, communion with your presence. During this time, you may be guided to a deep silence. It may seem like the mind has stopped. Don't try to answer the question. Don't try to make your request forcefully. In that quiet, in that silence, everything is taken care of. Or you may find that your prayer is repeating itself. That is also completely fine. You just have to remain in the holy presence of your guide. And if answers, revelations are coming, then that is good too. Very good, very good. Now, bring your attention to a deep, deep gratitude, deep thank you from your heart to your guide, to the Atma within, and to God Himself. The Sadguru presence, the Atma is the Sadguru, and to God Himself. Thank Him deeply for this opportunity to contemplate. And end again with a few rounds of the prayer of the ADS with your breath. Incoming breath, Lord Sri Ram. Outgoing breath, incarnation of God. Incoming breath, have mercy on me. Outgoing breath, a sinner. Incoming breath, bless my heart. Outgoing breath, with the light of spirit. Incoming breaths, Ram, 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 Ram. Outgoing breaths, Ram, Ram, Ram. You can repeat this a few times. Some of you may find that you're in no mind, and some of you may find that you're in a deep samadhi. Don't rush out of it. Just when it feels natural, then you can open your eyes. Very good. And then what you can do is just take a few minutes, and if there are some reflections which are coming on the contemplation, you can make a note of them in your notebook, and your notebook can be very private to you and you may not like to share, or you may want to publish it into a book or something one day. Who knows? We don't know. And again, as the process, your writing process is also part of the contemplation. So allow yourself to be guided by your heart, by the spirit. Sorry. In my notes, I usually call them heart speak, but you can pick whatever name you like. I call it heart speak usually, but let's see, I may change that also. Very good. So you're getting a sense of the process? Should I repeat it once? Good. Good. Start with the ideas. Invoke the presence of the Spirit, the guidance of the Atma. If you feel that the Atma is guiding you towards a guide that you revere, or actually may even be unknown to you, then request their help in the process. Maybe form, maybe formless, maybe any sage or saints, maybe any aspect of God that we revere. Just feel their presence is with you in your heart. And this is a very beautiful part of this. I know the mind may resist this very strongly, but trust me on this. In the discipleship, then guided by the Holy Guide, in the light of the Atma itself, then your divine classroom is taking place in your heart. In your heart temple, your communion, you're communicating with the attempt to behold the presence of God and to be held by Him. Then end the process with gratitude. Thank you. With no judgment about what happened, whether the mind was too active and you found it very difficult, or it was so blissful and or you were in a deep samadhi and you left the world. The outcome is not important, it is the gratitude which is important. Be grateful for this opportunity that God has created for you to be closer to Him, to meet Him in this way. And then end with a few rounds of the prayer, the Atma Darshan Samadhi prayer. So the breath can act like the connecting fiber between both the realms, the inner and the outer. So you use it to go within and you use it as a bridge to come out as well. Then you just make a note if something is coming up, even if you feel like there's nothing, just see if there's something that spills out of you as you pick up your pen and paper. That is contemplative prayer. You're talking about Advaita sadhana, all of these things are the same, where you are guided by the Atma within. And you can do this by yourself while reading a book. If you're reading something which really is taking you deeper, then use this process of contemplation to really get a deep sense of what is being shared. Is it clear, the process? Any questions? Feel free to ask.